Gangsters sure gave it a luxury ride. Inside a vintage Bentley, a fine collector's car, traveling almost 8,000 miles from Canada to Australia. In this case, though, the regal ride wasn't meant to impress, but rather to distract. It was just expensive, beautiful wrapping to hide this, a nasty gangland load. The Mob reporter here with news of narcos going crazy to feed Australia's craving, including an astounding triple threat that was stopped at the border and revealed this week. It came in threes: this Bentley business, the country's largest fentanyl seizure, and the country's largest stash of ice, more than $1 billion worth. That's billion with a B. B as in Bentley. Let me tell you about it. I'll start with the graceful lines of the 1960 Bentley S2, a vintage ride of luxury and style. To see one used like this brings a tear to my eye. Someone butchered this beauty to stuff its innards with illicit cargo, placed it in a shipping container, and sent it by sea from Canada, likely from Vancouver. It arrived in Port Botany in Sydney earlier this month and x-rayed by Australian border agents who spotted something suspicious. They had a closer look at the car, found plastic bags hidden behind the headlights, and called in the cops. New South Wales police partially dismantled the car, searching it. They found 161 kilos of meth sealed in plastic bags, and 30 kilos of coke tightly packed into bricks. The cops removed the dope, reassembled the car, and sent it on its way to be collected by whomever was expecting it. The Bentley, as you see, was moved into the driveway of a Pleasant family house and parked in an open carport in a Sydney suburb called Rooty Hill. Police waited until two young men started working on the car before swooping in. Look, you see the headlight is dangling, a tire is off, and tools are scattered about. Two men were arrested then, aged 20 and 23. You see them here in cuffs. Police say they were caught cutting into the side panels of the Bentley, likely with a growing sense of abject panic. The strangest thing in all of this may be that this was at the family home of one of those arrested. He was unloading $155 million worth of ice and coke from an eye-catching collectible car right in the open, outside of his parents' house. Allegedly. How high does this rank on the stupidity scale? A third man and a woman were arrested, both 25 years old, after a traffic stop on a highway 460 miles north up the coast, close to Brisbane. Cops found another 2.2 kilos of meth and $1 million in cash hidden in a Toyota SUV. All in all, police estimated it was a haul worth about $108 million US. This is a colorful catch to be sure, but it's nowhere close to being the most significant revealed this week down under. Australia's largest ever seizure of fentanyl, also shipped from Canada, was found inside metal ammunition boxes that were hidden inside an industrial lathe. The 3-ton lathe was sent by sea from Vancouver to Melbourne. Police there freaked out at finding 11 kilos of pure fentanyl. The terrible toll of the stuff hasn't had the same impact there as it has in many countries. Until this was found, the largest fentanyl seizure was, wait for it, just 30 grams. It took 2 weeks for authorities to plan and execute its removal from the machine, done outdoors, in full biohazard outfits, with a decontamination zone, ambulances, and naloxone, which counteracts overdoses, was at the ready. No arrests have been made in that case, and police are asking for the public's help in providing information. But if that isn't enough to rattle the good people of Australia, the container terminals of Port Botany were also the destination of nearly $1 billion worth of meth arriving from the Middle East. It came in 2 parts, in sea cargo containers arriving at the busy port last month from the United Arab Emirates. There were 24 containers of heavy marble stone slabs, and inside 4 of them, border agents found 748 kilos of meth, also called ice. By the looks of it, the secrets were inside the slabs, not just inside the containers. On August 17, 2022, police launched 11 early morning raids in half a dozen suburbs around Sydney.
Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Police search warrant!
2 men were charged, one 24 and the other 26. A few hours later, police stopped a red Mazda 3 as it left a Sydney hotel. One of 2 men inside was arrested and charged. He was 34. At least one of those arrested, police allege, was a boss. Investigators said the load was the work of a highly resourced and well-equipped criminal group. No kidding, but the case soon got a whole lot bigger. As more containers were searched, more marble was found, with the same shipping manifest heading to the same destination. And inside the slabs was more meth. Another 1,060 kilos of it, police said. That's a total of 1,808 kilos. Authorities say that makes it the largest ever seizure of meth in their country, and this is a country with a seemingly bottomless hunger for ice. Police estimated the combined haul at 1.6 billion Australian dollars, which is more than 1.1 billion US dollars. Imagine the capabilities and resources of the group that can pull that together, and police say this wasn't their first importation. The factory where the cargo was supposed to be delivered was also found and searched, police said. It was prepared to quickly break into the marble and retrieve the secrets inside. Rubble found in the factory shows they've done it before, police allege. The probe is now looking overseas for answers. That shifts the spotlight away from Australia and onto the Arabian Peninsula and Canada. Please subscribe, comment, and like. Tap the thanks button underneath or join me on Patreon to help even more. Thanks for watching.